Howdy everyone, and welcome to another great mod review here. And today we're going to be talking about Utilities Plus. And if you're just starting out on Scorched Earth for the first time, something like this type of mod is going to come in very handy to start out with. So basically what this is there's a lot of reusable things. Things that are going to cost a little bit more in the beginning, but it's going to save your life down the line. So let's go ahead and take a look at what each item is and what it does and how you use it. So let's go ahead and pop in here and take a look at the Engrams. All right, so we're going to start out right at level 1 looking at these Engrams here, and you can go ahead and learn the reusable torch. Cost is 1 flint, 1 wood, and 1 stone. That's exactly the same as the non-reusable torch that's going to wear out over time. So definitely something worth doing. We're not going to go too much into that one because that one's self-explanatory. My favorite early game item in Utilities Plus is the Reusable Spear. And the reason is that it's just a great thing to have and something that I always try to craft as soon as possible because it's going to save my life pretty much. So this is going to cost you 24 fiber, 4 flint, 16 wood, and it's about double. It is double of what the normal spear costs you. So usually when you learn this, you also have to learn the normal spear as well. The next thing is, as soon as possible, when I hit level 10, I want to get this Reusable Bola. It is fantastic for stopping things in its track, like a raptor that's running right at you. And you can just go ahead and reuse it. It doesn't change the cooldown. Still got the cooldown that's there. So I think it's like 30 seconds or maybe a minute. We'll test it here shortly. Next thing that we can get at level 15 is the Reusable Flare gun. And each of these items are about double what its normal counterpart is, because obviously you're going to be able to reuse this. 22 is a very valuable thing, especially if you're playing on a map that has high peaks and places where you can fall. I always try to have one of these in my inventory and on my hotbar so I can hit the button and parachute down. That's unlockable at 22. Another major thing here is reusable grappling hook. Absolutely love it. It's going to cost you a little bit here. It's not too bad. But you can just keep reusing it. You need to have a crossbow. You can just throw it in the crossbow and you're off. So we'll go ahead and take a look at a few of these things and how they work and what they're going to do. But there's one last thing here, which is Plus Binoculars right here. These things unlock at level 3 and they're like the tech binoculars. So this is a great thing. You have to get 2 crystal, which is tough on cursed. This is a cursed land on Scorched Earth. It's going to cost you 2 crystal and 5 metal ingots. Now, crystal is tough on Scorched Earth. It's pretty much in high places and hidden. So it's going to take you just about as long to get that as you can get a spyglass. But this is going to give you more information. We'll look at that here in a minute too. So let's go ahead and let's start with looking at the spear, because honestly the spear is probably the most useful thing that you can get, and we'll go ahead and craft one of them and spear, and we want to do the reusable. And as you can see, when I type in spear here, it's going to be 24 fiber, 16 wood, 4 flint. This one, if you get a regular one, is 12 fiber, 8 wood, 2 flint. So difference in the price of it, but we're gonna go ahead and craft one of those here, and it's on my hotbar right there. So we'll take a look at the difference with this here. And oh look, baby Anky. Let's jump on the raptor here real quick and we'll go take a look at the spear. All right, so the spear's great. I usually take it out and you can throw it. It's like that. And you can keep throwing it. It's great. So you can see. Not any issue. Just keep throwing it. Pretty much until the jug bugs come home, you can keep throwing it. So if you have to be accurate, but it will not run out for you. Now, let's take a look at another thing here. And hopefully my raptor doesn't come after it. What level are you? You're a 60. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this here. Okay, as you can see, the spear broke. So I'm going to keep doing this. Keep doing it. And now you get 2 of these spears. And I'm in creative mode, so it can't hurt me. But, oh no, my reusable spear has busted. So one of the thing is that the spear, and I just recrafted another one here, is only reusable if you really do it like this, because it's just not durable enough. They will break, and so, but you can throw it forever and they end up looking like a giant porcupine, as you can see. So definitely something to think about right there. And it doesn't give them back to you because obviously it's just a reusable one. So, but yeah, that's the downfall of the spear. You do not want to do this with it. You want to do this with it. So, all right. The next thing we're going to look at right now is the Reusable Bola. We're going to go ahead and craft one of those. And we'll go ahead and add it to my number 2 slot here. And it gives you 2 of them as well. And we have a raptor that is attempting to kill a dodec, which isn't going good for it. But we'll go ahead and try to bolo it. So we got it boloed right now. I can't do anything. It's a level 80. So as you can see, I'm still yellow, obviously, because it's boloed. We're letting the time expire on it here, so hopefully it's probably going to run after us, which is all right because I'm on my raptor and it can't hurt us. But I'll show you the cooldown on this, and there it is. Okay, so right now still can't do it. Still can't. Need it to be green, and this dodec's going to get. Oh, look at that! There it is. So we got the green. So now it's boloed again. It's about 30 seconds or so. And I just totally helped the dodec. It's just going to be able to hit that thing until it's done. Oh. Sorry, buddy. You're kind of a jerk, though. Hey, can I have a few moments of your time? If you made it this far in this video, that means that you're enjoying it or you're finding this very useful. Do me a huge favor. The majority of you have not subscribed. You're just watching the video, which is fine. I get it, but do me a huge favor. Please hit that subscribe button. You have no clue what that does. It helps me out so much. And we'll get right back to the video now. Thank you. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at here on the reusable lines here, reuse. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the flare gun. And the flare gun is very useful for lighting up areas, especially when it's really, really dark. And it gives you a good area that you can light up. And it's also great for letting people know where you're at. So let's say you're halfway across the map. You need to shoot up a flare, let your teammates know where you're at. And we'll go ahead and give that a try here. But first, let's go ahead and craft one of those. Flare. All right, so the reusable one is going to cost you 4 fiber, 20 spark powder, 4 gunpowder, and 8 wood. If you want the regular one, 2 fiber, 10 spark powder, 2 gunpowder, and 4 wood. So it's not a bad deal. So we're going to craft one of those, pop that in there, and then we need it to be dark. So let's go ahead and make it dark. All right, so we are dark at the moment. It's not as dark as I wish it was, but you know, it'll work. So we'll go ahead and load up our flare gun. If we pop it up, you can see what we lit up here. Also makes a nice firework deal out there. We have a good bit of light here. This can work good, especially if you have a lot of cloud cover and that moon isn't helping out. As you can see, that definitely lasts a good long while. It is definitely bright. It's almost ridiculously bright in the beginning. So, but yeah, it gives you a good amount of light. And you can kind of just fire it any direction out there, so we should be lighting up over on that hillside. There you go. So gives you some light out that direction, so you kind of keep an eye, especially, like I said, if you're dealing with a lot of wow, it is almost too bright. Oh, the surface of the sun. Every time you look at it, it's doing something. I think this one was coming down, so this one is definitely coming down over there. So if that doesn't get anyone's attention, I don't know what will. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at here in the reusables is the parachute. So we'll go ahead and craft one of those. So this is going to cost you 20 fiber, 40 thatch, and 10 hide. If you went with the regular one, 20 fiber, 40 thatch, and 10 hide. So there is a couple similars, but not, actually, these ones are exactly the same. Interesting. All right. We'll craft one of those. No, not 21. There we go. All right. I'm going to pop that in my slot there. And we have it in 8. So what we'll do here, and I know this is going to look weird because this is a force tamed RG, so you can ride it without a saddle if you force tame it. And we're just going to go up here. So you've probably all done this once or twice, is where you've gone up on a flyer and you've tried to hit F on your flyer to get into its inventory, but you inadvertently hit the E button, causing you to do that. Well, now you can go ahead and deploy your parachute and you're going to be perfectly fine. You can go ahead and also cut your parachute by hitting the space bar, and it's going to go ahead and cut. You can go ahead and deploy it again. So that's kind of how the parachute works. And again, reusable. So it's no longer a one-time use parachute. Oh, you need to chill out. Fantastic. So the next thing we're going to take a look at here is the grappling. One of my favorites. So first things first, we need a crossbow. Go and grab one of those. And then we're going to go ahead and do the grappling hook. Craft one of those. If we look at what's needed here, you need cementing paste, 9 metal ingots, 2 thatch, 35 fiber, and 3 stone arrows. And it is exactly the same on this one. Yeah, only some of them are different. Never noticed that. I thought they were all doubled up. So you learn something new every day. All right, so we have that. I'm going to go ahead and throw our crossbow down. We'll go ahead and drag the reusable onto the crossbow. And then we pretty much have a reusable grappling hook. You just use it just like normal. You can hit C to disconnect. So you can use it to climb up things. Not have to worry about running out of those things, those precious grapples, especially if you're in a cave, because that sucks, you know. But yeah. All right. So the last thing in our tool belt here is the U Plus Binoculars. So we'll go ahead and take a look at those. And again, those are craftable at 3, but you do need to find that crystal, and you do need metal. So you need 5 metal, 2 crystal. Chances are you're not going to be seeing that, especially on Scorched Earth real quickly, unless you're going to do a speed run. So, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and craft one of those. And I'm going to throw it down on our hotbar, and we're going to take a look at how this works. So we're going to hit 5 for it. And we're going to pull it up, and it's like we have night vision that's super bright. But as you can see, we're kind of scanning over here. We see a parasaur out there. We can zoom in using the mouse wheel. We're getting all the stats of that wild parasaur out there. And if we want to maybe track it, there's another one over there. We just click on it, and we got a tracking on it. Just like so. And it's going to track it on the map as well, as you can see. So we can go and try to find it. It's going to update, so it's kind of cool. Definitely a little bit better than that spyglass. But so yeah, and you can go ahead and track another one. And then if you don't want to keep that tracking, just click on it again and it goes away. You can see your own creatures as well. And pretty good at night because you get that night vision look. A little bright, but overall, very, very handy. And let's see how far we can zoom. Wow, we're way out there, as you can see. So it's at least 600 meters out there. It has to lock on to an actual animal in order to give us a distance, but I mean, zooming out there 600 meters is pretty good. You can go all the way to the top of that hill. Let's look over here. So that's out there quite a ways. Look at that. Get right on in there. I mean, really right up and close. All right, guys. So that pretty much ties it all up for Utilities Plus. I hope you enjoyed this. It's definitely one of my favorite mods, especially for starting out in a hard environment such as Scorched Earth. It gives you a little bit of a help. Not much. You're still going to die. It's still rough, but you can enjoy it a little bit more because if you get one of those spears or if you get the bola, at least gives you a little bit of a fighting chance and you don't have to constantly be going to find those resources to make another one because you died and you got to deal with it. So all sorts of fun. Yeah. But hey, do me a huge favor. If you're enjoying this content, can you please do me a big, big favor? Like the video. Hit the subscribe button. You don't know what that does for the channel. It's a great thing, especially if you're enjoying the content. Keeps me motivated to keep putting stuff out. And yeah, so leave me a comment. And other than that, we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.